Welcome to Topline Hotline.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Topline Hotline. Topline Hotline. It's a mnemonic. This is your weekly additional bonus segment of Topline featuring me, Sam Jacobs, and my co-host, Asad Zaman, CEO of Sales Talent Agency, and AJ Bruno, CEO of QuotaPath, where we take community questions from the world at large and we try to tackle your hottest challenges and issues. And if you need anything in a pinch, call Topline Hotline. Hi, guys.
Well, I like that. I think you need to improv. I think we need to get you up on a stage and start doing improv, Sam.
Oh, baby. All right. So here we go. So this one is going to go to both of you, and then I will chime in. And it's going to be a short little segment, listeners. So, we're not going to take up too much of your time, but it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes most of the time. All right. So Topline Hotline, Jessie Shipman. We love Jessie. She is the CEO and founder of a company called Fluency in the partnership ecosystem space. You should definitely check out Fluency. But here's her question for the audience. I just love it. Oh, that's not the question. Here's the question. Okay. There's so much time spent on what to do to get from 1 million to 5 million and beyond, methodologies and structure and strategy. But is there some structure or strategy on how to acquire your first 10 B2B customers without big funding? Great question, because we've been talking so much about people starting companies. They want to start companies. They want to be a founder, but how do they get it off the ground? AJ, is there a structure or strategy? What would you tell somebody like Jessie? She wants her first 10 B2B customers, or maybe she's speaking on behalf of somebody else. What do you do? How do you do it without wanting to go raise a pre-seed round, right? You want to just go get out there and start closing some deals.
Make it before you make it, baby. I love that question. It's a fantastic question, Jessie. For both companies, the first 10 customers have all been white glove, handheld along the way. So I will talk about my first company, TrendKite, because our very first customer was BP. And you're like, AJ,
Wow.
How did you close BP as your first customer?
Wow. AJ, how did you close BP as your very first customer?
We promised them the fucking world, Sam. They wanted an API news feed that would go right to their site.
Absolutely. We got that. That's on the roadmap.
I didn't even know what API stood for at that time. I was like, absolutely, we can do that. It was a $3,000 deal that we get a sweetheart deal, but you know how we did it? We figured out a way to get an in-person meeting. Again, a little bit different time. This was 2013, but we figured it out and ultimately just made it about what they need. We wanted to solve their problem. We didn't make it about what TrendKite did or whatever it was. What was their problem that we needed to go out and solve? Our second customer, Campbell Soup, same thing.
What?
They needed reports. I know. They needed reports done.
VP of sales you were at TrendKite.
I just absolutely crushed it. Yeah, BP did not renew, by the way, because we did not build that API newsfeed, but we got it off the ground. Campbell Soup was a great customer for 5 years, so they were awesome. And we ultimately reverse engineered what we built. So we took the reports and we said, this is what Campbell Soup needs, probably what Fortune 500s need. We'll reverse engineer all of the KPIs and the metrics that they need. And that became the product, TrendKite. And we went on to build it for 5,000 more customers.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Asad, any thoughts on this question? I love that.
That was great. I think part of the reason why not a lot is written about this, but a lot is written about 1 million to 10 million is because this is the harder thing to write about. And the reality is that I don't think there's structure or methodologies. There's this idea that you do things that are not scalable at the stage that you're at when you're trying to get your first 10 customers. Like AJ said, you go and you do something for them that you might not want to do for customer number 51, 52, 53, but you're doing it because you need those first few customers. A few additional thoughts from what AJ said is, don't worry about pricing. Just get the first 2 or 3. Get them to work with you, do things for them that will get the deal done. Look at your network as the first place to create pipeline from, and try and convince them to let you use their logo or their brand or become a case study so that you can then take that to customer numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, because a value proposition without proof is just words. But as soon as you can connect some type of real proof that there's this company out there that exists and worked with us and had a good experience, when you connect that to your value proposition, the next customer looks at what you're doing with less risk associated to it and is a little bit more open to leaning into that. So those are some additional thoughts to what AJ said.
So recapping, AJ, tell me if I'm wrong, and I have a few thoughts on it, but you're saying reverse engineer the outcome that you want, but really get an in-person meeting, listen to their pain, and then, yeah, maybe the first 10 customers, maybe you overpromise. Maybe you need that to close the deal. And then Asad, you're saying, hey, whatever you need to do to bring it in, but be willing to be flexible on price in trading for collateral, social proof testimonials using the logo. I would say, I would add on, and tell me if I get any of that wrong, gentlemen, but the only thing I would say is related to AJ is sell a solution, not a software package. And that relates to doing things that are unscalable, which means sell the service. Whatever you say, oh, I want to sell this automation software that does X, Y, and Z. Okay, that's fine. You'll build the software later. Sell the outcome that you want. Mike Hoffman at PassSite, I talked about him last time. I don't think he has a software solution, but he says, we're going to go through all of your closed loss deals and figure out the reasons that you lost. And then we're going to help you surface those in messaging so that you can improve, win rates and renewals. He's not talking about a software solution. He's talking about he's going to do that himself. So Jesse, what I would say to you is figure out whatever outcome you want, get ready to do it yourself for the customer. If it feels like you're selling consulting or services, don't worry about it. It can become software later, but first figure out what is the actual manual activity that needs to be built into software. And that can come from whatever services you're selling that are related directly to the outcome the customer wants. Oh, we need to figure out where our clients overlap with a specific partner. Okay, get the CSVs, get the database dump, and do the correlation yourself, and then produce a report that shows the analysis. And you can build code later. But in the meantime, I think it's sort of what AJ said, which is sell the solution and don't worry about how you're going to get to the solution. We're not looking for scalability. We're looking for proof that the market wants the idea. Then you can build the product.
You can get so excited by that as well, Sam, just because then it gives you the opportunity to say, like, going back to the product team or the engineering team or whomever that you're doing it and like actually working with them. This is direct customer feedback. It's a one-to-one. Absolutely love that answer. Solution.
All right, everybody. Well, this has been Topline Hotline. Stay tuned on Monday. We've got our full-length episode of Topline coming out. If you've got any questions, hashtag Topline on LinkedIn. I'm sure we'll see it, but be sure to tag us. Otherwise, give us 5 stars. Otherwise, sign up for Pavilion. Otherwise, are you going to Nashville GTM 2023? How the hell aren't you? It's going to be the biggest party in the world. Are you planning variable compensation and not using QuotaPath? Why are you doing that? You're being stupid. Are you finding executive talent and not using sales talent agency? Why are you doing that? You're being stupid. Stop being stupid and buy our products. Next week, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Topline Hotline.